Let's talk about The Commune, which is the new film from Thomas Vinterberg, who, back with Lars von Trier 21 years ago, came up with this Dogme 95 manifesto, this very austere filmmaking set of rules where, you had to use natural light, handheld cameras, no non-diegetic music. This very kind of pared down, this is how we're going to make films, a very, very honest, direct way of filmmaking. And the different directions that Vinterberg and von Trier's careers have taken since then is completely amazing. Von Trier just does von Trier. He does Antichrist, Melancholia, Nymphomaniac. No one's doing this kind of stuff apart from him. But Vinterberg has taken, his last film was Far From the Madding Crowd, the Thomas Hardy adaptation starring Carey Mulligan. The film before that was The Hunt, this Danish language moral thriller with Mads Mikkelsen. He's this nursery worker who's falsely accused of child abuse. And which is just this incredible kind of, you can see the Dogme principles are still there in that these are stories that are kind of shot through with cruelty and irony. But unlike von Trier's films, they sort of happen in a recognisably familiar world. And that's why Thomas Hardy was such a great match for him, because it's this idea that, fate is kind of actively cruel rather than just being something that trundles along in the background. It's something that tears people down. So The Commune it cropped up at the Berlin Film Festival earlier this year, where Trine Dierum, who was in a few Susanne Bier's films, In a Better World and Love Is All You Need, this great Danish actress, she won Best Actress at Berlin. She plays this newsreader called Anna, whose husband Eric, who's played by Ulrich Thomsen, inherits this unmanageably enormous family home. And it's 1970s in Copenhagen, so Anna's big idea is, why don't we start a commune? Why don't we invite some friends and people who can kind of live with us and chip in with the running of the house, and we'll all be very progressive and forward thinking. So they all kind of move in. Interestingly, Vinterberg grew up in a commune in Copenhagen, I believe.
Wow.
So it's kind of personal. He wrote a play called Collectivet, I think, which this is loosely based on. So it's something that is, in a J.T. Leroy way, whether this should colour our opinion of the film or not, I don't know, but it's certainly written from personal experience. And at first, all these people come in with Anna and Eric, their 14-year-old daughter Freya as well, and several others. And there are these big group meals, everyone's laughing and drinking, having a lovely time. There's this inaugural skinny dip into the sea, which is all wobbly and joyous and very Danish. And things are so great, that they can only go in one direction. And what's interesting is that you would expect a film about a commune to kind of decay from the inside, and the clash of all these different family backgrounds is what ultimately pulls it all apart. That's not what happens. Eric is a lecturer in architecture at the local university, and he actually specialises in rational architecture, so the kind of smooth functioning of buildings with lots of people in them. He doesn't want kind of little personal twiddly bits disrupting the flow. Ironically, he starts having an affair with one of his students, which of course disrupts the flow at the heart of the commune, because his relationship with Anna kind of starts falling apart at the seams. And, it's that kind of Vinterberg thing of suggesting that there's this kind of causal relationship between bad things that happen in people's lives that's sadistic in the universe, in that Thomas Hardy way.
Yeah.
Now, for me, this isn't anywhere nearly as successful as The Hunt, but I think if you enjoyed The Hunt, I kind of repeating myself with Bourne here, you will get a Vinterberg-like experience from this film. It's kind of sharp and ironically funny and very, very good looking. It just doesn't quite kind of come together in the way it possibly should.